come back to our setup and plan, and we'll be back from the weekend, and you can see everything is very clean. Just have to be a little bit patient and wait for our setups to mature and come to our point of interest. So this is GU. First and foremost, it's always market structure to understand the directional bias for the market. And you can clearly see the market is moving down. Gold is gaining more power and more strength every day. So we're looking for sales. Why? Because this was our last breakout structure to the downside. Last breakout structure to the downside, you can see it. Then we still have our same order block that this market is holding the price with. So we come to 15 minutes for our confirmation internal structure, right? And you can see this was a continuation to the upside, which was a breakout structure, then plus this change of character at the downside. That means internal structure is bearish and external structure is also bearish, right? So what's our next plan on such scenario? Very simple. Then we just have to go to 5 minutes. Then this is a gap, you can clearly see, and I want to see this gap, at least 50% of this gap being closed, at least this gap. I want to see the price coming back to this premium zone. Once the price coming back to this 50%, then I'm going to move to 1 minute. Then once the price coming back here, then we go down to 1 minute, then you get that confirmation, that entry confirmation, then you continue selling. Why? Because clearly you can see that the price came down and cleared this Asian high liquidity. Asian high swept, you can see it, Asian high was swept. Then I want to see this shift here, and for the scalping, this is scenario number 1. Then scenario number 2, for the scalping strategy, you can see clearly I have already the confirmation, but after the confirmation, I already had this confirmation, then my entry will be around here, and I'll enter from there. It's already going up, enter from here. But before that, before I enter, I have to wait for New York open. Then after I get that New York open, then I wait for this market structure shift 1 minute. Then I target this liquidity here down for a nice trade, a short one, scalping. This will be the trading strategy. And then scenario number 3, and number 3 is when the price go and disrespect this demand zone, then I will just wait for the break, then the retest, then a continuation to the upside. Then I'll be updating you after towards New York, and we see what the opportunity is that will help us to make more money in the New York session, because this is a London session outlook. Then Euro, USD, Same thing, always first thing first is to understand the market structure. And clearly you can see the market is moving down, so we're looking for first thing first, we're looking for sales. And this was our last break of structure to the downside, external structure, and this is our swing high, and still this is our first order block that led to this break of structure to the downside. So we're going to move to 30. Let's better mark out all this because this is the last buy to sell candle. Then 15 minutes. Then our first scenario on this is just to wait, to be patient, wait for the price to come back to our order block, then you wait for the market structure shift, then you continue to the downside. Then for our intraday strategy, you can see already Asian high is already swept, and then you have our confirmation, which is already here. But we can't get into this trade because London session is still closed. Just 30 minutes from now, it's going to be open. I think at the moment you will watch this video, it will be open. Then we already had our market structure shift to the downside. Then you can check our 5 minutes. This would have been our entry if London session was open, but for now I'm going to wait for London session open. Then I want it to come and clear this, to clear out our early sellers. Then you continue down, we target this liquidity. Then for now, those are the two scenarios. The first strategy is the trading strategy. The second one is the intraday, and I'll be updating you towards New York session. Okay, then let's continue. Then GPY. First thing first, as of course, is market structure. And you can see GBP JPY is moving up. If you watch clearly, and now first thing first, looking for buys. Why? Let me show you where and how this price shifted. That was a break of structure to the downside, and then the upside, then you had a change of character, external structure to the downside, and then we had a continuation to the downside, which was a break of structure. Then the price shifted up to the change of character, then a huge confirmation that's still pushing up to the upside with a break of structure, and clearly you can see it didn't break here, although it swept this liquidity here down. You can mark it out, liquidity swept. Non-liquidity buy side, sell side liquidity swept. And then you can see that this was a very nice order block which was here, where the price reacted very well. This was a nice order block here. And then you can even push it a little bit more lower on this 15 minutes order block. You can see it, the last sell to buy that led to this break. It was that one. Then it came in, tapped in very cleanly, and then it continued up. Already have our confirmation here. This was a very clean entry confirmation. Then we just go to 5 to 1 minutes for that. Then you can see this gap here. Break, 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 break. Continuation to the downside, then break to the upside. So you can be a little bit more patient for this because you can see you have plenty of liquidity down here. So what's my plan? I have two scenarios. The first scenario, I'm going to wait for the price to go to break here and create another break of structure to the upside. Then I'll look for the price to come back and trip this liquidity to this order block around here. Then I'll look for buy confirmation scenarios. Then I'll continue buying. That's scenario number 1. Then scenario number 2, if the price don't go up here, I'll wait for the price to come back, clear this liquidity. Then I'll look for buy confirmation around here. But with all my scenarios, I'm looking to buy GBP, JPY. I'm not looking to sell right now, and I won't be selling it. Maybe just in case if the price come here, create this another break of structure and disrespect this demand zone, which will be around here, then I'll look for break and then continuation to the downside. But now I want to focus on the buys because they are more related to the market structure. So I'll be updating you with this GJ towards the London session. Then let's go straight to UJ. UJ, same thing, first thing first is market structure. You can see it. The market is pushing up to the upside, continuation. And you can go through it and you understand what I'm talking about because you had the break of structure to the upside. Then you had the change of character to the downside. Then you had the break of structure to the upside. And clean, you can see if you had the supply zone, which was here, the sell order block, which was here. But the price just had this break, then a retest, then a continuation because it after then it became our breaker block, turned into our breaker block. Then you can see had our break of structure to the upside. And then still have this liquidity here down. So have that liquidity down here. Then have order block just below here. Then I'm going to be patient to wait for the price to come back here. Then continue up. That's scenario number 1, and I'll be updating you this setup. Although below this order block we have liquidity, that's why you have to wait for extra confirmation, before you get into this trade. Okay, that's it, guys. Peace out. I'll be updating you again on each and every pair. Then lastly, we go to gold, right?